Hello, my Jason, and welcome to my manga review for Volume 5 of Sousei no Onmyouji, or Twin Star Exorcists. And with the anime ending with the during the spring anime season, I had some gripes with the series myself, mostly because it diverged from the manga. And it's not always that bad when an anime series diverges from the manga, but still, as a manga reader, I started reading the manga during the anime, while the anime was going on, and I did notice all the differences between the anime and the manga. I thought each one was good in their own rights in terms of what they're trying to do. The anime is more pushing the romance between Benio and Rokuro, while the manga tells a more shonen-esque type of story with the long character arcs, long dragged-out stories, and lots of different mini arcs here and there as well. And so with the anime already ending, I'm going to review the manga and what I prefer for the story of this Twin Star Exorcist series. And with Volume 5, it pretty much divulges from here, from this point on. First four volumes, pretty much the anime adapts that pretty decently, but the anime series divulges between episode 20 and episode 21, I would say. That's when the series divulges from the manga, really goes full anime original. There's some anime original stuff in the first 20 episodes, but it's pretty minor for the most part. It's not really just a dragged out, full-on different story arc between the Sousei arc, and you also have some other things going on with the anime as well. And so with this manga, they pick off into a different story after the I think it's during and after the battle against Yuto, with Rokuro and Benio going up against him for the first time. And so the beginning of Volume 5 is pretty much similar to the anime, with the end of the Rokuro versus Yuto battle, along with Benio as well, using her white fang that she got from Kamui. And so with that's pretty much all the same there. Rokuro beating Yuto. I guess it's pretty much different the way Yuto escapes. You know, he kind of willingly goes into this abyss, while in the anime he unconsciously gets dragged into there from an attack from Rokuro. But we get our first introduction to Shimon in Volume 5 in the manga, as opposed to the anime, where he was introduced in like the first 3 episodes. Like episode 2 or 3 is when he's first introduced in an anime original episode. And so this provides a more impactful meeting towards them. I understand why they did in the anime, to provide some form of motivation for Rokuro, because Shimon is like, I guess he's around their age, and he's already achieved so much in terms of becoming one of the 12 Guardians, and so that's pretty much providing motivation for Rokuro in the anime. But for here, adds more mystique to the character, at least in my opinion anyway. He wakes up in the hospital as well, and we have some different things going on with the meeting. I think that's the same thing in the anime as well, but it's still different details in the meeting that isn't really touched upon in the anime. But more importantly here, you have the build-up of the relationship between Ryogo and Rokuro, pretty much their backstory you get here in between these chapters, between Rokuro passing out between the battle from Yuto and waking up in the hospital. You get some backstory here where Rokuro is found in Magano. However, instead of the anime where he's like laughing and being all happy, he's pretty much knocked out here in Magano. He is much more of a shy kid, and Ryogo, he's a rebel. He has like different colored hair, you know, very rebellious punk rock sort of nature towards him. He doesn't really care about the rules and such there. However, he's forced to take care of Rokuro, and he starts to grow up a little bit more, and he really starts taking exorcist stuff a lot more seriously. Rokuro shows some potential as an exorcist as well, especially because he calms down a keguri in saving Ryogo. He touches it and it calms down. What does that mean exactly? We're not sure just yet. I already know since I've already read ahead in the manga, but I'm just keeping this spoiler-free for now. We only keep it to spoilers of the volume here itself. And so Rokuro shows potential as an exorcist and really builds up more between the brotherly relationship between Rokuro and Ryogo. I really like that stuff there, building up their relationship, adding more to Ryogo's character rather than just a side character that he's kind of just there. It adds more to his character and his bond with Rokuro. And so after that flashback there, we cut back into the present, where Rokuro wakes up, he gets dragged into a meeting with Arima, Arata Idanaki, Mikuzeze, Kankuro Mitosaki, and Shimon Ikuruga. Three of those members are the members of the 12 Guardians of Arima, as well as the head exorcist, and he provides Rokuro a sort of an order, essentially, where he tells Rokuro to stop looking after Yuto. That's our battle now, since he is going to Shichimikado Island, where you get the introduction towards another island as opposed to the island they're on now. And this island is sort of the front lines of the Exorcist versus Kagure battle, and that's where all the top Exorcists go, all the more powerful ones. And Rokuro, he wants to go there, but Arima tells him no, and he pretty much tells him to stay home, make a baby with Benio, give birth to the Miko. That's your mission now. Who cares about Ryuto? That's not your business anymore. And so Rokuro, in the spur of the moment, I think he does this in the anime as well, he tells Benio that, hey, let's go home, make a kid, let's do hentai ecchi things. And it's pretty funny scene here, again, putting Benio on the spot. But Rokuro does say that he doesn't want to put all the responsibility onto their future child. He wants to do this himself. He wants to end the war between the Exorcist and Kagure. That's his ultimatum that he gives to Arima, and he is given, I think, 2 years, and so until he's like 16 in this flash forward, and he's given this much time to train and to be fit enough to go to the island and be more powerful enough that he can fight on Tsuchimikado Island. And in the background, Mayura is listening on, and she asks her father after this meeting to train her so that she can keep up with Rokuro and Benio. And so the chapter ends with the three of them training Rokuro, Benio, and Mayura. Rokuro and Seigen do train as well, with Seigen kicking Rokuro's ass. I think that's another thing in the anime we do see. So again, some of these things are in the anime, but still just a different sort of direction that they went on. We have a flash forward to 2 years later with Rokuro sort of looking back on himself. He is much more reluctant to become an exorcist in the manga. He doesn't really go at it right away as he does in the anime. It's a lot more reluctance that we see with Rokuro becoming an exorcist because of the past from the Hinatsuki tragedy. However, he looks back on it with his time with Benio, fighting against Yuto and Kamui, and he really takes that and really wants to build upon that and become more even stronger than he is now. And so we have a 2-year flash forward, and we're going to pick up there with Volume 6. Perhaps for Volume 5, pretty solid stuff overall. Again, most of these things are in the anime, but still a different direction that they're going on. With the introduction of Tsuchimikado Island, one of the chapters does end with a third-person point of view, saying that this is my mother's and father's first fight together, and so that's presumably the Miko, whoever the Miko is, saying that, presumably the Miko, the child of Rokuro and Benio from the Twin Star Exorcist, telling this story to someone and really reflecting on their mother and father's first fight together, building the legend of the Twin Star Exorcist. Again, Tsuchimikado Island is mentioned, and we have a destination, a goal for Rokuro and Benio to go to take on Yuto and become even stronger as exorcists. And so Volume 5 is more of a transitionary sort of volume with the end of the Yuto battle with the Twin Stars, and also the Twin Stars training to go to Shichimikado Island, at least the beginnings of that there. We have the Ryoko Rokuro chapters, which is pretty good overall, building up Ryoko's character and building up Rokuro's backstory as well. And so for a rating for this volume, give this one a B-. Again, more of a transitionary sort of volume, nothing much happening there. You do get the end of the battle between Rokuro and Yuto, so that's pretty cool stuff there, having Rokuro getting these powers from this little girl, whoever she is. We have her having, I guess he's sort of embodying her spirits in some sort of ways, and also with the introduction of some of the members of the 12 Guardians is pretty crucial as well, building up their mystique and their hype as well, since they are, probably, other than Arima, one of the top exorcists in all of the world. And so building up those characters, there are lots of build up here for Volume 6. And so what are your thoughts on Volume 5 of Sousei no Onmyouji? Put your thoughts in the comment section down below. Also to like, share, and subscribe as well. Thank you for watching my manga review for Volume 5 of Sousei no Onmyouji or Twin Star Exorcists. Have a nice day. Bye bye.